Welcome to a Delco Nerd Network podcast. I am your host, Anthony Ragucci, and here with a few friends in the Delaware County area. We get in a basement and we talk about a certain topic. Today's topic is going to be Conversing on Crisis on Infinite Earths, the 5-episode CWDC spectacular. To talk with me, as always, Bill Zografidis. He's back.
Hey, guys.
From Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
A little bit.
So, before we get into it, what you've been watching, playing, doing? I hope you've been watching some of these movies that have been coming out.
Dude, I saw Star Wars, obviously.
Right.
What else came out?
1917.
No, I want to see it.
Great movie. Fucking fantastic.
I heard it's great.
Oh my God. I watched Marriage Story last night.
Marriage Story is amazing.
It stressed me out.
It's so good though.
It's so stressful.
Oh my God,
and as somebody
loved it.
who's I have divorced parents, but not like that.
No.
But it was just, it gave me so much anxiety watching it.
It was good.
But
It was good.
ScarJo, that one scene when she's just talking to Laura Dern in the office, when they first meet, and she's just it's a good 6-7 minute tirade with no interruption.
When they were fighting in the hotel room.
Oh, I
and
cried.
He gets down on his knees.
I cried.
Oh my God.
When he right when he cracked and said that mean thing he said,
Yeah.
I lost it.
Dude, Adam Driver is so good in everything that he does.
It's funny how Daisy Ridley is really the not that she's bad, but Adam Driver, I would say, started in Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
And but his career is just so beyond it.
Oh,
even
yeah.
when he's still in it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Last Jedi, he was still doing a bunch of other movies.
Well, he had Logan Lucky. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he does a lot of serious movies. He doesn't do anything fun, because he's such a serious actor.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't Logan Lucky kind of a fun movie?
Oh yeah, that and Star Wars. But you look at the other movies.
He's still really serious in Star Wars. Yeah.
But
there's no jokes coming out of his mouth.
No. Still love the guy though.
Yeah, but there's I want to do an Oscars podcast this year, and it's just I'm trying to watch most of the movies I can. I need to see Little Women. I want to see.
I want to see that too.
What else? I saw Irishman.
You saw Joker.
Right.
Irishman was good. It wasn't great.
It's okay.
It was good.
It's all right.
It was an hour too long, but it was still good.
I don't even care about the length. It's just kind of boring.
Well, that's what I mean. They could have cut so much out of it and just made it.
It's just so how I describe it is it plateaus and it never goes higher and it never goes lower. It just stays the same pace the entire movie.
I agree.
Good.
Yeah. It was good though.
You better.
I better.
All right. Let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
Crisis. So, how'd you like it? We didn't really talk
we haven't talked about it.
Right. We just talked during it and certain things I freaked out about.
If I'm going to be honest, I think the first half of it was a lot better than the second
1 to
half.
3.
Yes.
Okay.
1 to 3 I enjoyed way more than the last two. Are we going straight into spoilers, obviously?
I feel like we can't really talk about this without just jumping into things. I feel like things are going to come out, so spoilers.
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't be watching this. You hadn't seen it. It's not that kind of... we're not reviewing it.
And it's been out
We're
for,
talking about it.
What, a week now?
Yeah. Move your mic a little closer, by the way.
Sorry.
No.
You got it, dude.
I'm just directing you.
You're good. My biggest issue with this whole entire thing was that Oliver's death, I just didn't feel anything on the second time. The first time it happened, I was upset.
Right, I was too.
But then I was like, oh, there's no way they don't bring him back.
Right. It was too soon.
Right.
If it was maybe episode 3 or 4, and I've been okay, maybe this
that's
is
permanent,
it.
right?
But maybe we knew the Spectre was in this crossover. We knew Jim Corrigan had been casted, but what that meant was really kind of up in the air.
And I get why they did that, and it was a cool callback because I have to become something else. He's been saying it.
That is that tie-in was very cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
but his second death and him sitting there and talking to, was it Kara and Barry? When it was Canary and Barry, right? White Canary. What's her name?
White Canary.
Yeah,
Sarah Lance.
Sarah. I had a brain fart right there. I just didn't feel anything at that point because I was like, he already died, so he's just dying again.
Right. I think the second death was a little like redundant.
Yeah, and it wasn't like
is he dead? Like I don't, he's a Spectre.
Yeah,
Does the Spectre die?
and like why didn't he just bring himself back? Like obviously he brought all the other.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we still have the rest of Arrow to see. So
2 episodes and one's a backdoor pilot. So
yeah, I know.
So you really only have 1 episode.
I feel like I want to talk about Arrow a little bit, because I mean, we're definitely going to talk about Arrow once it's finished. We're going to totally do another podcast for that. Yeah. But I feel like this last season of Arrow just hasn't hit the marks I've wanted it to. The first few episodes did, and then it's just like I don't like how we're backdoor piloting the Green Arrow and the Canaries. I'm like, I don't think that show is necessary at all.
No, it's not.
I like the Black Canary, and I like White Canary, and I like the Canaries. I don't like.
You don't like Mia?
That's what I don't like.
I don't love Mia.
I mean, Catherine McNamara is cute as fuck.
Oh, God, yeah.
But,
oh my God.
But I just don't like how in the comics, I don't really think there is another Green Arrow besides Oliver Queen. I don't really think that they're not that I care about them going against comics, but it seems a little what's the point?
Well, that's my issue.
Why not put her on Legends?
I don't know. I mean, you're basically it's going to be the same exact show but with Mia, right? What more can you do? Because both Canaries were in the last 2 seasons of Arrow?
Yeah.
With his whole entire team. So it's not like you're essentially going to get the same thing but with Oliver's daughter. So obviously they didn't have enough material to do justice for Arrow because the last couple seasons were
Yeah.
So why what do they have that's so special with her that they couldn't have done with Oliver?
But Oliver isn't dead. That's why they made him the Spectre. He's totally not dead. Come on.
There's no way. You can't kill him off twice and him not be dead.
I feel like because when Flash eventually hits its last season, because it will happen.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna bring him back, and to make some sort of he's already seen him in the Speed Force.
Okay,
so
but they could bring him back from another Earth. I'm thinking our Earth, Oliver is dead. Earth 1, Oliver is dead.
Earth Prime.
Earth Prime, which is cool. That
Earth
was
Prime.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. They can't bring him back unless it's
not as the Green Arrow, as the Spectre.
Oh, I doubt that too, man.
I just feel like him existing and being this upper thing is where he belongs, because if they want to bring Oliver back for something, they can. He's not on the show anymore. He's clearly
I think the only way they should ever
he's above
bring him
humanity.
Back, but also, you think they would bring him back as the Spectre? That's not what people want to see. They want to see him
as the Green Arrow,
right?
Yeah.
And the only way they can really do that is if Barry goes back in time,
or maybe he sees him in the Speed Force, which would make sense to a degree. Maybe, I don't know. I mean,
like I said, he could go back in time for some reason.
True,
and he can make a cameo appearance. But I don't think they're ever going to bring him fully back.
No, I'm not saying bring him fully back, but if we get to the last season of the Flash, and obviously the Oliver has a lot to do with Barry becoming the Flash. That's my only point.
Yeah, I don't know,
but let's get back to Crisis.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. Episode 1 through 3 felt a lot stronger, and I'm not sure if it was because it was over 2 weeks.
Was it over 2 weeks? No, it was back to back to back.
Was it just 1 week?
Yeah, it was 1 week. It was
but it was
Supergirl.
different days.
Yeah, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I feel like they should have just did it all in 1 week.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know what scheduling they would have had to do.
Anticipation of it is what kind of made me be eh.
Yeah, okay, you had to wait 3-4 weeks for it to continue, and not that I forgot about it, but if the hype was just day to day to day to day, that would have been
Definitely.
I think a lot better.
Except for that last episode, that was just
the last episode was very meh to me.
Yeah.
I think it was the worst episode, but it does do a lot of cool things, but the plot is really not what's good about that episode.
Oh no,
it's all about the wrap up, which I like. I like when they take more than 5 minutes to wrap things up.
They took a whole episode
to wrap things. Yeah, I don't mind it because it's it's a 4-hour arc of an episode or of a thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, dude, they started off and we get all the the shit, all the crap, all these cameos, all this stuff. I am
bat, you got.
I am so surprised about how many cameos and Easter eggs in this. I mean, first we got Earth 9 is the Titans universe. Burt Ward came back as Robin. Robert Wool came back as Alexander Knox from Batman '89.
Right.
And then we get the newspaper cameo, which was kind of leaked.
Right.
Was that leaked or was that posted?
No, that was leaked.
Okay. Will Wheaton is in there. And like there's plenty of other stuff to go off of. But, you know, episode 1, we already talked about it, was like, oh, Oliver dies.
Yeah.
I'm just looking over in my notes. I know we said we wouldn't go episode by episode. But
I know, but it's kind of hard not to.
It's kind of hard not to.
Like, other than Kara's world is destroyed in episode 1.
Right. So Earth 38 is the Earth they're on most of that time, and it gets destroyed.
Right. And then Oliver dies.
Mm-hmm. Looking over some stuff.
If only, you know.
Yeah, so that was like the main thing to happen in episode 1. But we also see fucking Old Man Oliver Queen from Legends season 1, which is dope. I thought that was really cool. How much of Legends did you watch again?
What season are they on? I stopped last year.
5.
So 4.
Okay. Well, they're just starting back up, so.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're up to date.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't know what Bebo was. Bebo's from Legends.
Then maybe was the last season?
2 seasons ago. They do that. So they do when they talk about the totems thing, when they do that, who's the villain of that season? Damien Dark.
It is Damien Dark.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to that season.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Legends can be real hit, real miss.
Yeah.
I think the characters are good. It's just the villains is really what makes it bad. Like when we had the Legion of Doom and Eobard Thawne, it was great. Fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Because Reverse Flash is a great villain.
I'm surprised they didn't bring him at all.
Right. Well, he's in trailers.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's in a few shots as like speeding by. Like you can tell it's him. That was one big thing where I was like, when's Reverse Flash showing up? Because like he's got to be involved in this somehow.
I thought,
or
that
like
that 4th episode when Barry went back into the Speed Force, I was like, okay, here we go. Reverse Flash is somehow going to be in there,
right?
Because he probably ran in there.
He knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, and he's going to either help Barry,
a version of him,
or try and stop Barry. And I was like, that's going to be cool. And then nothing.
Yeah, but. How did you like John Wesley Shipp reprising? I mean, we've seen him be that.
It was
Earth
cooler
90
last
Flash?
year. Yeah.
Let me see.
It is 90.
I have it written down somewhere. That's episode 3. Yeah, So Earth 90 Flash is the Flash to Vanishing Crisis.
Which we kind of.
And he's on the cosmic treadmill, and Black Lightning comes in. That, like, were you saying that was obvious?
Yeah.
Really? Why do you think that?
Because you knew the Flash wasn't going to die.
Right, I guess.
And I think when we talked about Elseworlds last year.
Oh, you know what I meant to do? Oh, I fucked up. I meant to listen to that podcast back.
Yeah, we should have.
Oh,
I know.
I meant to do it, and I thought about it maybe yesterday. Actually, I meant to do that. I'll have to go.
I'm pretty sure we said that in the Elseworlds.
Oh yeah, we did. 100%.
That it's going to be John Wesley Shipp instead of.
Oh, well.
Custon.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll have to go say. I know we definitely talked about it, but I thought that was cool. And then they flash back to that episode when it's Barry Allen and Tina McGee and they're talk. I'm like, that's so cool that they cool. Homage that. Because I mean, Flash has done a great job of just kind of integrating that show's stuff into the Flash. And that was kind of the nail on the head. And I'm sure John Wesley Shipp definitely enjoyed it. But
So he's gone now, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm not just saying the Flash,
John Wesley Shipp as a character?
His any character he's played on has died. So how else can they bring him back?
So he's been
his father,
Henry Allen. He's been Barry Allen of Earth 90, and he's Jay Garrick, and Jay Garrick is trapped in the Speed Force, or is he dead?
I don't know.
I mean, you could Google it real fast. Just look up Jay Garrick Earth 2. It's probably on the wiki. I feel like the last time we left him off, he was trapped in the Speed Force.
But why was he trapped?
Remember Wally was trapped and he took Wally's place?
Didn't he take over for Barry?
No, he took over for Wally.
Did he?
Remember Wally was trapped in the Speed Force and Barry had to go get him, and then Jay Garrick kind of came in.
Earth.
It should be Earth 2. I'm pretty sure that's the Earth he's from.
What am I looking up?
Like, make sure it's Arrowverse.
The Arrow Wiki?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a veteran Speed Force, blah, blah, blah.
It should say, like, deceased or, like, alive in the top.
It doesn't. Alive.
He is alive. He's trapped in the Speed Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess they could get him out.
Yeah. He'll come back at some point. He has to.
They have to.
They'll bring him back.
Yeah.
So did you, so with Black Lightning, they actually teed him up in Black Lightning for Crisis. Like the last episode before his appearance in episode 3.
Yeah.
Like his Earth, which, is it named?
It's like
Earth 73.
Yeah.
Earth 73 is Black Lightning's Earth, which was, I feel like we knew that it was on a different Earth, but they never confirmed it, but now they do. So what happens is his daughter's having like visions of like different versions of herself. I don't really know how that incorporates into her powers, because she's kind of like, she's pretty much exactly like Black Lightning, like pretty much. Like I'm not sure how different her powers are. Her name is Lightning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she is very much like Black Lightning. A little different, actually probably a little more powerful. The way the show kind of like shows her up. Like she just like has like really crazy powers. But she sees like different versions of herself and she's in like a coma. And then at the end of the episode, Black Lightning just disappears and the Earth gets destroyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to do it.
Yeah. But I was like, thank God they teed that up. Because I was hoping, every episode did tee up Crisis.
Wait. We're on episode 3.
Right. We skipped 2, but we'll go back.
Yeah, we have to go
Yeah,
back.
we're going back.
There's one thing on 2, and you know what I'm going to say.
Oh, fucking just go for it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
With what? I mean, with Tom Welling?
Yeah.
What about him?
I waited all those fucking months.
You wanted to see him in the suit?
I don't even care about the suit at this point. But you took away his powers? So essentially, I watched 10 seasons of that show to not see him in the suit.
Luther was president, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But like they foreshadowed that, like there was like a vision that he had on Smallville that he was going to become president. Mm-hmm. So like that makes sense.
I knew about that, yeah.
But you just like took away 10 years of my life and said, he gave up his powers to be with his family.
You really don't like that?
I hated that.
You think that's like not Tom Welling Superman,
No, not at
Smallville
all.
Superman?
Not at all.
Okay.
And like you bring Tom Welling in because that's what people wanted to see, and then you just dumb it down to, he's not Superman anymore. What?
And that was Earth. It's here somewhere. 167.
Why is it one Earth?
I don't know. It's got to mean something.
It's got to mean something like maybe like issue.
Comic book, yeah 16 episodes.
That really pissed me off.
There is a shot of a newspaper that has a headline from the 76 Superman with Tom Welling's S from the end. It's quick, and it's from Kingdom Come Superman Earth, which is Earth.
Isn't that 96?
Yes. Yeah. Correct. 96.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it somewhere.
Yeah.
Which did you notice at like when they like showed all the Earths being restored and he was like flying out into space? His S wasn't black anymore.
Yeah, I fucking saw that.
I figured you saw that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Did you? Yeah. At the end.
Like that.
Yeah.
I like
that. No, that was fucking awesome.
Cool.
That was really cool.
But yeah, back to Tom Welling. I'm really pissed. I just wanted one thing.
I would have liked to see him a little more. Not maybe as Superman, but like they really brought Erica Durante
using his powers a little bit
and him back for like very quick cameos.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. Well, who plays Lex Luthor in that?
Michael Rosenbaum.
Michael Rosenbaum did not come back, and he was offered.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means they probably offered Tom Welling the same deal. Hey, we don't know what we're doing yet, but like we want you to be on it. And maybe they just didn't offer him a lot, but he did it anyway because everyone's probably hounding him about it.
I think Tom Welling did it for the sole reason that he knew he wouldn't have to put on the suit or anything. He does not want to put that suit on for some reason. And listen, Tom Welling, I've been waiting. Just put on the goddamn suit. Like, even show him with his powers. Okay, you have him in the Smallville, flannel and whatever, and you have him look like the Clark Kent that I watched for 10 years. And he's powerless. Just give me something. Like, he should have been able to just beat Luthor, even with that stupid book. Like, it's Superman. I don't give a shit. I'm still so mad. I'm bitter about it.
I mean, we're talking a lot about Superman, but what'd you think about Kevin Conroy as the Kingdom Come a version of Kingdom Come Batman?
I thought it was cool.
Right. I thought it was really cool that they gave Kevin Conroy the opportunity to be Bruce Wayne. He's played this character on so many different shows, games.
And, like, he had more to do than Tom Welling did.
Yeah, but I feel like Kevin Conroy he's still Batman. He still voices Batman. He's still in this. Tom Welling, as you know, totally receded into the back after that show finished.
Yeah.
And he wanted nothing to do with playing Superman.
I know. I just love him.
Yeah, the exoskeleton was cool. That was right out of Kingdom Come, where like Bruce Wayne wears this fucking like exoskeleton essentially because he's just been so fucking beat up.
Oh yeah. Is that because of Bane or no?
No, that is just because of all the years of fighting, and his body just broke down as he got older. So he needs. Yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense. He probably really fucked up old dude.
I like how. Oh my god, Batwoman. What's her name?
Kate Kane.
Kate took the kryptonite without saying anything to Kara.
Yeah,
like just as like a backup. That was like a
that
like
is a Batman thing. Yeah, I like how they, I don't think Ruby Rose is doing a bad job with Batwoman, but she definitely feels like the odd person out.
Yeah.
But I really like her relationship with Kara and how they're kind of at odds and they're kind of not sometimes, and they go back and forth, very Superman Batman kind of relationship.
Yeah, but like that's kind of like the same thing that happened with Oliver and Kara. Like he didn't trust her in the beginning either, and they were like at odds, and then they became friends. Right,
and they mentioned that.
I feel like they're trying to make them the new Barry and Oliver.
No.
I don't know. Like there was a lot of like how excited she got when she saw her in the last episode.
Batwoman and Supergirl.
Yeah,
like they're trying to make them Batman and Superman. Like
which doesn't make sense because they're bringing
Superman. I mean, in the sense of like how Superman and Batman's relationship is.
Yeah,
Batman always has his eye on Superman. Like he trusts him, but like he's still got that kryptonite behind his back just in case.
Not anymore, right? She gave it to her. She threw it out.
What'd you do? Destroy it? Yeah.
Oh no, didn't she tell her to keep it?
Who?
Didn't Kara tell her to keep it?
Yes. Yeah,
so
she does.
She still has it.
Yeah, but like Oliver had kryptonite arrows too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Oliver.
But I like that.
Yeah.
But like everyone should.
Like Oliver never trusted them.
Yeah.
So,
I mean
that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's look over the notes real fast. So all the Paragons get named. I kind of wrote them all down, but it doesn't really. The only reference to Felicity is the fact that she helped find the Paragons. That's the only reference to Felicity.
It was great.
Yeah.
Well, no, and then in the last episode, how she like did the scan for Oliver, and she couldn't find him.
Right. Yeah. I'm really wonder why she didn't want to be involved anymore, especially for this like,
which doesn't make sense because she's coming back for the last episode.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you want to be? But at the same time, I'm cool with it. I don't really care.
So, Brandon Routh is from Earth 96. Earth 75 Superman is killed by Lex Luthor, which is the death of Superman shot, who's played by a different actor, too.
No, that's Tyler Hoechlin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like him.
No, it's him. It's him and the woman who plays Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's them two. Like, it's just another version of them two.
Yeah, so, President Lex Luthor.
Because remember how, like, he was holding her, and I was like, oh my God, Lex killed that Superman. They did it off screen, and then they pan over, and it's Tyler Hoechlin as like Clark Kent, and you're like, oh, different Earth. Okay, we're good. Yeah,
I like the way they kind of did that because like I thought they were gonna kill off Superman, but like the show, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So Earth 99 Batman is Kevin Conroy, and he kills the fucking BVS quote, dude. Got me so hard, so fucking hard. I fucking loved it.
I'm pretty sure you texted me. the moment that happened.
Yeah, I was like, dude, they quoted BVS.
like
So cool.
Cool.
Dude, it was awesome. Don't lie.
It
You
was
know
not.
it's
First of all, I didn't even pick up on it till you said something.
Yeah,
so,
well,
because I don't like that movie like everybody else in this world, but that's besides the point.
Did you like that moment though when you find out like so he's supposed to be the paragon of something. He's a paragon.
Which one?
Well, they think he's a paragon. This Batman, because they were going to look for him, but it's Batwoman.
They thought that he was a paragon of courage.
Yeah, courage.
Because that's what Kate ended up being.
Right. Yeah, it's my last thing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did you like how they portray him as like he eventually kills all his villains as well as Superman? I was like, it's cool. Like, I hate how people. I was like, there has to be a version of Batman in some way, shape, or form eventually who does kill. Like, it has to happen.
Like one of them has to snap.
Right. Right.
know?
And it's just like I've watched plenty of video essays talking about how Batman doesn't kill and like why BVS interpretation of him is bad. I'm like, well, like what happens if he does just go over the edge? Like he does it once, he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like how like eventually he cracks and he just kills him. Because it makes sense. Even he, you know, in you've seen the animated Killing Joke, right?
Of course.
And he's just like, yeah, one of these days I'm gonna kill you or you're gonna kill me. That's how this is gonna end. Like I'm like that's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we see. You know what would be awesome to get a comic book or something that it is literally the end of like Batman's career. Arkham Knight is kind of like that in a way, but like I don't think they do it like in a very final way.
Like Batman Beyond kind of be the end of his career?
No, but like he and it ends with like some sort of conflict with the Joker, and like maybe he kills him, and like some like big thing happens, and that's what makes him hang up the cowl or something. I don't know.
That would be cool.
We don't really get like that part of Batman. It's just everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the beginning and the middle, not the end. So episode 2 kind of is just like jumping across Earths, finding who the Paragons are. I don't think they don't find Ryan Choi in this episode. It's probably the next one. Yes.
They show like a picture of him.
Yeah. So okay, the Birds of Prey cameo from Ashley Scott. So that's Earth 203. That's New Gotham. That's from the Birds of Prey show, the CW, which is cool.
That was cool.
Again. I don't know anything about that show, but I'm just like, yeah,
it was
that's
one season.
It's awesome that they like brought her back. And I actually was watching. She plays a character in The Last of Us, which I found out like 2 days ago. Do you know who Troy Baker and Nolan North are? They're two like very well-known video game voice actors, and they have a show called Retro Replay, and they're playing through The Last of Us. Like they're both in the game.
Oh, really?
Troy plays Joel, and Nolan North plays like a side character. Usually he plays main characters, but Ashley Scott plays a small character in there too. And she actually talks about the Crisis crossover in her episode. Like she's like, yeah, I got called back to do
that's got to be kind of cool.
That character, and she was like, it was awesome putting on that suit again. Like even if it was for just a little while, like it was really cool. I was like, that's awesome that she like really enjoyed it. But she was Huntress. Fucking Lucifer.
I love that. I thought that was so cool.
That was so random, and I think we heard leaks about that too. I
There
feel
was
like
rumors,
somebody,
but, like, no one believed it because Netflix owns it now.
Earth 666.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Netflix owns Lucifer now, so like that's why people were like, "Oh, it probably won't happen." So
And they got Constantine in there for a little while. Like I like how like a lot of people were in there just for a little while. Like not everyone was there the whole time.
Right.
They tried to include everyone. I think they did a good job at like including as much people as they could.
Yeah. And they went above and beyond that.
Yeah, Flash is the Paragon of Love, Martian Manhunter's Honor, Ryan Choi's Humanity. We talked about Flash Vanishing Crisis. Oh. So when Oliver's they dump him in the Lazarus pit and he's coming back, and then like just Jim Corrigan shows up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
On Leanne Yu, I was like, I'm Jim Corrigan, I'm the Spectre. Hi.
I know. Yeah.
It was kind of like random, but I was just like, all right.
I think they just were like, all right, you know what? Like, we don't know what to do. Just throw them in there. It's purgatory. Other people can be in there. But
I will say one thing about the Spectre. I wish they upped the special effects on him because like he doesn't
and
look...
the costume.
I think the costume's fine, but like I wish when he was like using his powers, his face just started glowing white. Like,
I mean, that would have been cool.
yeah. I mean, you know, that's what he looks like.
They spent a lot of money on this thing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, like, what was I saying? I think I was looking at maybe we were talking about something, and like it was like, yeah, the effects didn't look too good. I was like, yeah, because most of it went to the Crisis. I'm curious about the financials of this crossover and what it actually financially takes to do this.
Like, did you notice like the episode 4, how it had like a cinematic feel to it?
Yes. Yeah, they put black bars in different color grading.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Like, I think they spent most of their money on that episode, even though not much happened.
Oh, dude, the effect. I thought it was really cool, but
Yeah.
it definitely established like this is like it's supposed to be like a different plane of reality.
Yeah. That was cool.
We haven't talked. We're about to talk about Anti-Monitor a little bit, but we haven't really talked about the Monitor,
who was gone after the 3rd episode.
Yeah, who dies?
Doesn't come back.
Yeah,
or he comes back.
Marnovu.
Because they went back in time.
Which I like how they kind of show his origin, like that they do that in Crisis, is like the comic as well. What did you think of Harbinger, Lila, and Pariah, Nash Wells?
I mean, they were just there, right? They didn't really do anything.
I think Harbinger, like in the beginning, they definitely do. I like how they're kind of
didn't really do anything.
He's kind of just there to watch it all happen. But I kind of like how like when he shows up and he's like just his lines. I don't know. I really dug it. Like I think I just really like Tom Cavanaugh.
Oh, I love Tom.
I think he does a really good job at
Are
playing.
they gonna keep him as Nash Wells?
I don't know. Great question. Well, guess we'll see in a few weeks.
I guess they brought him back, right?
What? Nash? Oh yeah.
So
he is alive. And I like the Martian Manhunter thing. Oh, I don't remember. Here.
To everyone.
It was great though.
So
I think it was really funny, but like, all right, here, I'm gonna catch you up real fast. Oh, okay.
That's the one thing. So obviously things are different in this like new Earth.
Earth Prime.
Diggle has a daughter again.
Yes. So
what else has changed?
That's what I think we're gonna find out. Well, like Lex Luthor looks like he's going to become president eventually. I can't wait to actually like Batwoman and Supergirl are back on tonight. I actually cannot wait because I'm just like, what's happening?
Yeah,
what's happening in the universe now? I'm curious to see like if there are changes in Batwoman. Have you been watching Batwoman?
No.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay that you're not watching it. And like, but Supergirl, I really am interested to see what changed.
Like, okay, so obviously I don't watch Supergirl or Batwoman. Did they, like, you know how the Flash kind of, like, tied up?
They lean him in.
What do you mean? No.
Oh, wait.
They tied up the loose ends with, the villain. So Flash essentially just had a, like, mid-season arc for a villain.
For blood work?
Yeah.
Right.
He's gone. He's not coming back. Did Batwoman and Supergirl do the same thing?
No, Batwoman's plot was definitely totally separate from Crisis. Actually, her episode doesn't tee her up for Crisis.
Right.
But they do show her like in the middle of like what her like something in her show would have been, and then she gets taken. That in like the first episode. Right. But Supergirl definitely. I'm trying to think. Does it tee it up? No, because it starts at Supergirl. Yeah. So who's her villain right now? Lena is kind of a villain right now. So Lex tells Lena that Supergirl is Kara Danvers.
Right. Now is she going to remember that?
Yeah, that's what I'm
curious
there's
about.
So
much. Like, I saw the trailer for, like, The Flash, like, the next episode. And, like...
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't see it?
At the end?
No, I saw it online.
Oh, no.
But Iris seemed, like, so angry.
Well...
And, like, Barry's alive.
She doesn't remember. Unless Martian Manhunter does the thing.
Right. But
which I'm assuming he probably does.
But, like, shouldn't everything change? Like,
not necessarily.
But you combine these worlds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's confusing.
Right, but I think it's going to be more simple than you think. It's complex, I think, by design, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, they're not going to be like, yeah, remember season 1 of The Flash? Like, that didn't happen. They're not going to, like really change all these big things up. I think it'll be little things. Like, look at what Flashpoint did, and then it ended up being all right. Like remember, like in
but Flashpoint is different because he went back and he like changed it, right?
Right.
This you can't go back and change anything.
Right. But I mean, your history has just been changed entirely.
Right.
Things have changed, but not in the sense of like just the Flash going back in time and
I don't know, man. I
fucking
can't
something
wait.
up. I think it's awesome, and it seemed like something they eventually had to do, and I think they retconned it. It's a retcon, but like, you know, it's the progression of the show. I think they did it in a fucking fantastic way.
Well, the backdoor pilot, from what I read, Mia lives in the Queen Mansion. So obviously something had to...
So my question is that show present day or the future?
Future, 2040. Right? Isn't it 2040?
Yes.
Yeah. But didn't the Queen's Mansion either get blown up or...
I think it gets blown up.
Yeah. So something had to... I'm pretty sure it did.
God, it's been so long.
Why don't they live there anymore?
I mean, Oliver hasn't lived there in a while.
Right. I'm pretty sure it got blown up.
Slade?
Maybe. Maybe it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, something had to have changed if Mia's living there now, and she goes by Mia Queen.
Right, I saw that. I think you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited.
So, yeah, but like, the Anti-Monitor ends up controlling Harbinger, which is kind of her thing. But I like how, like, Lila Michaels in the comics is Harbinger.
Right.
And they was that set up the whole time to eventually be like that? I don't know. But like, I think it's cool how they finally, like, I didn't know that for a while.
Was Diggle made up for the show? Or
Yes, Diggle is an original character of the show who is now in Green Arrow comics.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a very different character in the comic. Actually, Rebirth's run he's in. And he's a lot different. But he's kind of the same. But just different. He's not like buddies with Oliver Queen.
Oh, really?
He's kind of like, they're kind of like friends, but he's kind of like, he's more like an asshole to him. You know, that kind of relationship.
I think it would have been...
They're like
the show would have been
acquaintances.
so much better if it was just Felicity, Diggle, and Oliver.
Hey man,
the
that's another
entire run.
podcast.
The entire run.
Don't go into it. Yeah. So in the episode 3, everyone's dead, and then it's just the 7 or the 8.
The 7, because Kingdom Come dies and
Right. True.
Lex
Actually.
takes his place.
And then they go to the vanishing point, which is in Legends, if you remember. It's the in between times and universes. Like the Wave Rider goes there and chills sometimes. Yeah, so it's Sarah Lance, Lex Luthor, John Jones, Kar Zor-El, Barry Allen, Ryan Choi, who are left, and Oliver as the Spectre.
Yeah.
And everyone's dead. That's like, it's kind of cool. I was just like, wow. Like episode 3's ending was just like, holy shit, man.
That's Endgame.
They fucking did it.
That's like Endgame.
They did the Crisis crossover really was Endgame.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not that they're like stealing ideas from Endgame, because they don't.
No. They did it different.
Right.
Yeah.
But I really like how they truly do kill everyone off.
Yeah. I mean, even
Everyone,
though you know
not-
they're coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you kind of knew that was going to happen, but like a lot's changed, you know? We see, like, you know, Earth 17 and 38 are now part of Earth Prime.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, again, like, going back to that, like, what's changed? Well, aliens exist in this universe, I guess, because National City, you know, Earth 38 was very, you know, aliens were known.
Right.
So, like, I guess we're going to see maybe alien villains of the week on The Flash. I think we're going to get a new opportunity to see different types of villains, because then Weather Witch makes an appearance, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, is this like Earth 38 Weather Witch or something?
And then the Flash shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marv Wolfman is the guy who walks up to them. He
Right.
wrote Crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
saw that.
I was like, they linger on him a long time. I was
Yeah.
like, even if you didn't know who it was,
You would figure it
you
out.
figured like, okay, he must be somebody important because this random dude.
What was I going to say? I can't remember now.
And then episode 4 starts off with the flashback to Malatas, which is Monitor's planet, 10,000 years in the past.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I thought it was really, and then we see, you know, how the Anti-Monitor is created, and I guess he goes to
Right.
what was that point called that he went to? The beginning of the dawn of the dawn of time. And he kind of creates that. And I like how, like, even though they stop him, it's like, well, one version of the Monitor in the multiverse has to happen. It's kind of like that, like, Nora Allen dying has to happen.
Right.
Like, it's like one of those like paradoxical events that has to occur no matter what. I like how we get back and like time has passed, but like the Flash has been gone for months. Like Barry's just like,
And he's like, I just left.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool though. Like imagine if like the Flash was under so much duress that he eventually just like fucking zipped into the Speed Force and he just didn't come back out and then just randomly came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like the whole Oliver as Spectre like unlocking his full potential just by like.
He didn't. It was a joke.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How sure are we talking?
100%. It was just like it was literally like him like just messing around with him, but like him like being like trying to convince him he can do it himself. Like you really think touching his head?
I don't know, dude.
He's the fucking Flash.
Well,
We've seen him do.
Spectre,
We've seen him do a lot of crazy. True. We've seen him do a lot of crazy shit. But there you go. Okay, so we got a plan. Kara, Ryan Choi, and Lex are gonna go stop Marno Vu from going in, even though that doesn't amount to anything. And then the rest of them go into the Speed Force.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
How they kept that under wraps.
Grant Gustin was the only one who knew. So when Grant posted it on Instagram, Melissa Benoist was like, what the fuck? None of them knew. They must have filmed that so off books, like on a weekend, and just did it, and nobody knew
That's
about
insane.
it. Except for the crew and Grant.
That's what I mean. Even the crew, like the crew didn't say anything.
Dude, a serious NDA. Serious NDA.
Yeah, it had to have been. Like everything
And they
else
filmed Star Labs in a set, so it's not like they're outside.
Right.
So no, unless somebody...
And he's there for another movie, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm sure...
I think he's there for Harry Potter.
Vancouver?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? He's there.
I'm saying like Ezra Miller.
Right. So nobody thought it was weird.
Nobody was weird that he was in Vancouver because he's filming another movie there right now, which they pulled off perfectly. That was so cool.
And I like as soon like oh my god, I can't believe it happened.
I know.
It's such a moment where like, look at Marvel and how many shows they had that were in the MCU, and who was the only one to ever cross over from the movies? Fucking Sif from Thor. That was it. Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Exactly.
Right. Sorry. Like for 2 seconds.
Hey, it happened.
In season 1.
It happened.
We still got to get that last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But anyway.
Yeah, that was the coolest cameo, obviously.
Yeah. And then like it was like their social pages, like they couldn't hold it. They just had to post it. And I was just like, that is one spoiler. Even Trio, like I told him not to check my Instagram, but I'm like, hey, I got spoiled. I was like, yeah, because like that's a big deal.
Well, I told you that night that it was coming out. I was like, I'm not going to watch it till I get home. And then you just text me back like a half hour later and you're like, don't check social media. And I was like, I hope he means like just his and not all social media. But I stayed away from all social media.
Yeah, you would have gotten nailed.
And I watched it and I was like, no fucking way.
Dude, it was everywhere. Like I saw so many articles, like even not even like full spoiler headlines, but like I'm like, you could not run from that. That was big news.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Like it sucks we don't get that Earth named. Like I would have loved if they just ripped a shot from Justice League.
That was
and put
Barry's
it in.
Earth, because if you look in the background at Star Labs, it's Barry's original season 1 suit. If you watch the scene again,
is it? I didn't notice.
It has the red emblem with the lightning going through it.
Huh.
Yeah, it's Barry's original suit if you watch the video.
Yeah, but like what Earth is...
No. That's definitely... Because when Ezra Miller is touching Grant Gustin's suit, he's like, oh, this looks like it's comfortable, whatever. The suit that
is behind them in the
background
stand
is 1,000%... Like, that's 1,000% Grant Gustin's Star Labs, and that's 1,000% his season 1 suit.
Right, I don't doubt you there, but why is Ezra like what Earth is Ezra Miller from?
I don't
Ezra
know. He was
Miller's
probably
Flash.
just in the Speed Force.
Right, and I was like, oh, I told Victor I could do this. But did you catch? He's not named the Flash yet.
I know.
I was like, oh my god! Like I didn't notice that. I watched it a few times after, and I'm like, holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
Did he just give him his name?
That's pretty cool.
Because nobody's named him.
No.
And he's just like, I'm the Flash. And he's like, the Flash? He's like, yeah. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know what?
And he's like, I like it.
Even from that short scene of them together, I kind of like Ezra Miller more as the Flash now. Like, not bet more than Grant Gustin, obviously, but like, I didn't really care for him in Justice League. Like, I thought it was cool, but like Ezra Miller as
I think
as
we
Barry
haven't, like, again, I think with all the Justice League characters besides Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, I really don't think we've seen these characters like
Aquaman.
Cyborg. Oh, yeah, sorry, Aquaman. I don't think we've seen Cyborg or Flash really shine. Justice Allen really isn't their movie. They're there, but like it's not really about them, and they don't.
But
really
I was
get
so
into
used
them.
to like Grant Gustin's portrayal of Barry Allen that like Ezra Miller being like extra quirky and like weird.
Seemed
it was-
off-putting.
Yeah, a little bit.
I would say that like Grant Gustin's Flash is kind of like the baseline right
Yeah.
now, and every Flash that's going to exist is going to be compared to him. But like, even though Ezra Miller's Flash is from the movies, we just haven't seen enough of him. And maybe we're going to get a Grant Gustin cameo in Flashpoint movie.
That would be awesome.
It would be so fucking cool.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm sure. I'm
fucking
sure.
put John Wesley Shipp in there too.
If they just asked Grant Gustin to do it, he'd be yes.
Oh,
like I'm
100%.
curious, like
100%.
what the conversation was.
What do you mean? How they got him on there?
Who was like really ballsy? Maybe Mark Guggenheim was like, maybe just like didn't go through channels and talk to Ezra Miller directly, and he was like, "We need you on this, man.
I read an article.
This is gonna be special."
and I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers came to them, like came to Mark Guggenheim.
Oh, you know what? My friend sent me a fucking Variety article. and I never read it.
And I think Warner Brothers came to Mark Guggenheim and was like, "Hey, do you have anywhere you can put Ezra Miller in?" And Mark Guggenheim was like,
We can fucking
"Yeah."
make.
He's like, "No, but we'll make room." And then that's how that scene came to be, which makes sense because Warner Brothers is obviously trying to push the new Flash movie, like because it's been, what is it, 3 years now or 2 years? 3 years
Since Justice League.
Yeah.
3 years.
So like people are forgetting like, oh, Ezra Miller's the Flash because we're probably not going to see the movie for another 2 years. So him having this little cameo is getting everyone back on board.
Well,
like,
you know,
oh,
we'll see him in the Flash in the Snyder Cut when HBO Max releases.
never
it.
gonna happen.
It's gonna fucking happen. If you
Never.
aren't convinced the Snyder Cut's gonna happen at this point, you're nuts.
it's not going to happen.
With all that shit that came out,
It's not
with all the like when
gonna.
I mean, not Ray
happen.
Fisher, but like fucking Gail Gadot, Ben Affleck, Jason Momoa, all being about it. Fucking the dude who plays Black
You don't
Manta.
think it would have happened by now if it's going to happen?
It's happening.
It's not happening.
Yes, it is. And I even think Zack Snyder has gotten more ballsy with posting stuff because he's getting the shit back out because HBO is doing something with it. Dude, you'll be fucking. Well, can't wait to review that one.
All right.
See you there.
See you there.
let's,
I swear to God, if I have to watch that movie another time,
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
I'll kill myself.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
No,
but
no balls. Yeah. What a moment. What a fucking moment. Like,
yeah.
I really can't get over, like, what that really means.
that was so cool. Like that was the coolest part of the crossover.
And then, yeah, so Flash is, like, traveling in time to save everybody, and they have the final battle at the dawn of time. What'd you think about the Spectre dying and
Again,
fighting the Anti-Monitor? I think the Anti-Monitor was anticlimactic in a little way.
I think that whole scene was really anticlimactic. I think the way Oliver dies again, like we brought it up in the beginning of the podcast, just didn't do it for me. I wanted this epic, like, it was like Endgame-esque, but like I felt like Tony Stark dying and like realizing like this is the last time he's going to see everyone, and then he just does the snap and then that's it. But he saves everyone. Was like, oh my God, like that's awful.
Yeah.
But Oliver died twice.
Oliver saved everyone, but also rebirthed the universe.
But he saved everyone and died twice.
Right.
So like it didn't mean that much to me the second time.
Right.
The first time I was like, oh my God. And like a part of me thought, is this really like the end? Like, is Oliver really dead? But obviously he wasn't. And I don't think he still is.
And then episode 5 tees off, you know, I guess the multiverse is back. Lex Luthor's winning a Nobel Peace Prize. Things are back to normal? Question mark. That's what I wrote. And then I said, Weather Witch Earth 38? Question mark. And then I just like, I was like a point where I was just like writing shit and I'm just like, I can't do this. I gotta stop. I wrote big stuff, Earth Prime. And just, I got crazy. I was just like, fucking.
You look like you got excited down there.
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, there wasn't much going on other than like everyone's figuring out, hey, Earth 38, like, why is Martian Manhunter and Supergirl on Earth 1? Like, what's going on here? But like all these characters, like I was gonna say Brandon Routh. Ray Palmer is like, yeah, fucking John Jones. What about him?
Yeah. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and then they figure out, and it's like, oh, I like how the Paragons are the only one who knows, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone on every show is gonna get the Martian Manhunter finger treat.
I doubt it.
Yeah, 100%.
No.
He's on that Earth. Just be like 110%. They're all gonna know what happened.
They're gonna know what happens, but it's not gonna be the Martian Manhunter going up and being like, "Hey." They're just gonna like
in every episode. Hold on.
they're just gonna have to believe
line up
the Paragons.
Nah, I have a feeling they'll be like, yeah, John came by and like told us everything.
I mean,
I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, and the DEO being owned by Lex Luthor, like, well, guess we'll see that.
Yeah,
like it's interesting. Like I'm curious. Yeah, like I'm curious if Lena changed too. And also we got I heard Sargon the Sorcerer, who was that guy who summoned Bebo. I don't know why he was in that, but sure.
Just to fill up the episode and get it all together.
And then we find out about Earth Prime, which that's Earth. That's what the canon Earth of DC is called. So makes sense. And then we finally get the Justice League
without Oliver.
Right, with the chairs there.
Yeah,
and the suit. Right. I thought it was finally cool that they did the seats, and then Black Lightning is in it. All our main folks are sitting around the table. Did you understand the Gleek reference? Did you get what that was?
Isn't he part of the
Super
Wonder Twins pet?
Super Friends, yeah. Yeah, that's what that was a reference to.
That's got to be Legends, right? There's no way they can do that in any other show.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I mean that's the end, and then we get the big battle with the Anti-Monitor.
The last episode was a Legends episode, wasn't it?
Yes, that's why Bebo was in it. Yeah,
that's why I was thinking like Glee. Definitely.
It was funny. I mean, we haven't talked about Mick and what's his face? What's his name? Mick Rory is what's his Heatwave. I think he is like one of the best characters on the Legends. It's fucking hilarious. So he writes like rom-coms.
I know.
It's fucking hilarious.
And then he's like literally in the middle of like autograph session.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and he pulls his gun out. And it's
like the buildup of that little arc has been like a few seasons. Like that's not something they just like spur of the moment like decided. Like that's been a thing. I think it's fucking hilarious. It's funny how Heatwave's character turned into like such a good character.
They pulled him from another Earth, right?
Yeah, Earth 60.
Yeah. They pulled him from another Earth, and literally they found him writing in a little book.
Well, I think he was just on Earth 60. I think that was the wave. He was just there for some reason
with another Wave Runner.
Oh yeah, it was another Wave Rider. Yeah. I don't know. I won't. And the Legends. I love the meta joke of the Legends. Like, oh, is this a crossover?
Yeah, is this part of the crossover?
Is this always this crazy?
Then they brought it on to like Arrow too, because, what's his name?
Sarah,
Mad Dog. What's his name?
Wild Dog.
Wild Dog.
Yeah, that's his name, right?
I don't know. Some dog. Anyway.
Yeah, Wild Dog.
Is it Wild Dog?
Pretty sure.
I thought it was Mad Dog. It might be Wild Dog. Either way, he was like, is this what all the crossovers are like? Like they brought that on the
I think it's really funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's a good like.
But
just
they started
joke.
that last year with Elseworlds, didn't they?
Yeah, because they weren't on it.
Yeah.
We're like, we missed the crossover,
which was a lot funnier because like they literally weren't on it at all. And then like the next episode, it's like, wait, isn't this around the time that the crossover usually happens?
I think like Ray originally said something like, isn't it like she's probably at a crossover or something like
it was Ray. It was definitely Ray.
Yeah,
which sucks because he's leaving.
Yeah,
but they're saying they might be.
Ryan Choi. Hello.
What about him?
He's the Atom. He's the second Atom.
Is that what they're gonna do?
That's who Ryan Choi is. Yeah,
but is that really what? They're
100%. It's gonna make sense that Ryan Choi like idolizes Ray Palmer, and then he fucking coins the microverse. Did you like how they go? Ray was like, I like it, but the copyright because it's so Hasbro owns the rights to the term microverse because they have a toy line called like the Micronauts or something, and Marvel can't even use it because the Marvel has microverse too with Ant-Man.
Wow.
And that's what he meant by that because it's trademarked by Hasbro, so they can't.
Wow.
But like microverse is like a thing in both of them.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, Ryan Choi will definitely become the Atom. That's why they teed him up.
I figured he was going to be something, but I don't know. I was like, why were they putting him on here? Like, out of nowhere. He really wasn't brought up.
No, I knew exactly what they were eventually going to do. Like, just leading him up to be like, oh, this is Ryan Choi, and he's going to be the second Atom.
I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I like Brandon Routh, so.
His wife is, what's-her-face, too. Damien Dark's daughter. That's his wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Good for you, bud.
Good for you, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm wondering why he's actually leaving. I mean, he's been on the shit forever, so from that perspective,
Since
it makes
what,
sense.
Arrow season 2? 3.
3.
3?
Yeah,
2?
I think
3.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, totally 3.
Who was the villain in season 3?
Damien Dark.
No.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was season 3.
Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul. I like. I just say Raj.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul, not Raish.
Raish.
I don't know.
Is he back?
No.
I don't know, dude. They restarted the universe.
Well, Nissa al Ghul leads the.
Did.
Yeah. They got rid of it. I forgot. And Talia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? There could be so many people that come back that you thought were dead.
I hope the last episode of The Vera is fucking great.
Me too.
So here's my question as we kind of wrap up here. Where do we go from here with the crossovers? What do they do? This is the big boy.
I know.
Like, what do they do? Like, seriously, what do they fucking do?
They gotta just build up to the next one.
Right. It's got to be. I feel like that whatever the next crossover is has to, like, they have to call the Justice League the Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we have to build up to that moment, but, like, I'm sure there are other storylines they could do, but, like, they'll never, like, are we going to go bigger than Crisis on Infinite Earths? Like, how are we going to do?
Can you?
I don't know. I mean, we're getting Stargirl, which is weird. That's Earth 2. So Earth 2 is officially the Justice Society Earth, which is what it is in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're ironing that shit out, because I'm like, how does this make any sense? I was like watching the trailer. I'm like,
I mean, they could do something and bring everyone from every show together, and it would be dope.
That would be cool. But the question is, what would be the villain? Maybe like Mongol or something. And the War Planet. Do you know what that's? Do you know what that? You know what Mongol is, right? He has like a big planet and it just like kills people.
Kind of like. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like a big. It's not like a literal planet, but like it's as big as one. It's a machine and it destroys planets.
Who's
They actually bring up Mongol and Supergirl once.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
Who's like who would you say is like the Thanos of DC?
Darkseid.
I mean,
I with the possible Snyder Cut on the horizon and the fact that they did tee up Darkseid in Justice League, I feel like that might be off limits.
Nothing's off limits.
True.
We thought Batman was off limits.
Right. We did.
Flash is obviously not off limits. Superman, we had how many of them?
Right. Honestly, you make a great case in point. I don't think
anything is off limits anymore.
I think you're right.
Because you've established 2 Flashes.
Here's the thing. I think we need a crossover that kind of like gets us a little break. Like maybe rushing into another huge.
No, they definitely can't rush into another huge. That's what I'm saying. They have to build up.
They have to establish the Justice League as the
X.
Justice League. The Hall of Justice needs to be formed. Like they need to do something. Hey, maybe they do like another Legion of Doom thing, or I don't know. They do something with Grodd again. Like I don't know. Like whatever I think that the crossover next season is, it just has to do more than Crisis on Infinite Earth did. Whatever that means, right?
I don't know how.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do? Yeah.
This is the same thing with Avengers. Like, where do they go from Endgame?
Well, that's what I've been in conversing with people. I've always said I'm like, we're never gonna get higher than Endgame.
No,
it's never gonna happen again. No, it can't.
I
mean, where do we go? We can do Galactus. We can do a ton of stuff, but I just don't think it's gonna. The build up to it is not gonna be like. How do you make Eternals interesting and like Shang-Chi? And then, Doctor Strange 2, gonna be a horror movie. Sounds great. Nah, I'm Kevin Feige, and Nah, Doctor Strange
Don't
2 isn't
shit
gonna
on
be.
Kevin Feige.
Dude, fuck Kevin Feige. He should let Scott Derrickson fucking make that Doctor Strange horror movie. We know what Marvel needs to do is just different types of movies. They need to be ballsy. They've made that capital. They've made that money. They just need to do different things. Marvel movies are safe. Yes or no?
Yes, we've talked about this.
Right. So they need to just do like a Doctor Strange horror movie. That sounds cool. That's different. Like,
Yeah.
what's Eternals gonna be? You know, what's Shang-Chi gonna be? They're two Marvel products that are just like really low level. Like, I think Guardians was like C-lister. Eternals and Shang-Chi are like fucking E's.
Yeah. I mean,
Right?
I
Like,
didn't-
how
I
we-
didn't know who they were.
Yeah, like I knew about the Eternals, and I did not know about Shang-Chi. I had no idea who that was.
I mean, they made Ant-Man relevant.
But Ant-Man is part of the original Avengers
I
team.
know, but
Right.
trying to make it into a movie.
But he's a big deal in the comics, is all I'm saying. Like,
okay.
Shang-Chi is not a big deal in the comics, neither is Eternals. And you're going to say Guardians, but they were better than Shang-Chi and Eternals.
Listen, man. No one thought Guardians was going to be good.
I disagree. I never thought that.
No one thought Guardians was going to be good. Everyone's like, oh, well.
Well, James Gunn knows how to make a good movie, so.
Hopefully.
And like Guardians formula got kind of recycled into Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which sucks. But Guardians was a totally different movie. Like Ragnarok kind of takes from Guardians as well.
But
even, not
I'm
to shit on
glad, 'cause,
Taika.
like, I loved Ragnarok.
Right, but it's funny how different that script is from that original of
yeah.
Ragnarok. And they don't even really go into Ragnarok. Like, Ragnarok is a big deal within Norse mythology, and that they don't really, like, go into that. I feel like Taika Waititi wrote that script and, like, did that movie with, like, just, like, totally not caring about that. Which is fine.
Yeah.
I think, like, Ragnarok is good, but I'm just, like, don't make... Like, I just don't want to see Thor turned into, like, comic relief. That's with all the Marvel characters. I just don't want them being comic relief.
Well, we had Fat Thor, so I think that already happened.
Right. But, like, is Love and Thunder going to be serious with Taika Waititi directing it?
Probably not,
Right.
but I don't mind because I don't think Taika Waititi has ever made anything bad.
Right. Jojo Rabbit apparently is pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm good
We
with
got very off course. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like this crossover, even though it did have some lows. I can't wait to see Arrow finish. And then we're getting 2 more shows on this fucking network. I don't know how they keep pumping out shows. One thing I don't like, I'm like, can we end
3.
Legends? Oh, Superman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, another show has to end, and it's going to be Legends if it's anything.
Or Black Lightning.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Or Batwoman.
Yeah, it got a second season.
Everything got a second or renewed.
Yeah.
That's what CW does. Like, because Arrow, Supernatural, and like something else ended, so they're like, oh, okay, like we can bring.
Oh,
on
true. They did get rid of other shows, so
Yeah.
they do have more space.
So that's why they were just like, all right, we'll
But
bring in
it-
these new shows, and then everything else gets renewed. Like Riverdale.
But like,
does not need
keep
to be
Legends. Legends has been 16 episode seasons. Like, that's fine. Like, keep these seasons shorter. I think Flash being 22 is fine. Everything else,
renewed.
16 episode seasons.
Supergirl could probably be 22.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
But like, you have a point though. Like everything else, like Black Lightning, Legends.
Batwoman,
Yeah,
you can say it. It's fine. I'm not mad about that.
Batwoman. Like they could all be.
I like
16 episodes.
Supergirl is a better show than Batwoman.
Stargirl. That's probably going to be 16, if not less.
I hope it's 12. I don't
Like-
mind seeing shorter shows, especially from CW shows. When I'm watching all these shows, it's like fuck.
The only thing that sucks
Things
about
don't
it
end.
is like you have to wait almost like a whole year before the next season starts.
I don't mind it.
That's the only.
I
thing
don't
that
mind the
sucks.
break from TV. Was especially with all the CW shows and how much I watch. I feel like I really don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm watching Batman the Animated Series on the DC app. That's fun. It's been very cool, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it when I was younger.
I didn't. But I'm watching it like episode by episode. It's actually fucking spectacular. That show is so adult for what it is.
Yeah.
It is not like it's a kid show, but like it is not lighthearted at all. It is very serious. It
It's
takes
awesome.
itself super seriously. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I was like, I really missed out on this. Like, I'm gonna watch Beyond and like Justice League
I
Unlimited
love Batman Beyond.
eventually.
Have you never seen it?
No,
Oh,
I've seen episodes,
Yeah.
but like I don't. No, I wasn't
I love
watching the
Batman
show like
Beyond.
every week.
I loved Batman Beyond. That and Static Shock was my shit when I was young. I love those 2 shows.
I think DC Universe is going to get thrown into the HBO Max
Probably.
thing. I think like I haven't heard reports about that app doing bad or good, but it must be doing okay.
Is it?
I
Other
guess.
than Titans, have they really brought anything else out?
Swamp Thing,
Canceled.
Doom Patrol.
Might be canceled.
No, it got a season 2. It's
Did it?
good. Watch Doom Patrol.
I like it.
Oh.
I've started watching it. I like
Dude,
it.
it's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's like really wild.
It's insane.
Titans, Harley Quinn show with Kaylee Cuoco. She does a great
that's
job as Harley
animated.
Quinn, but that's animated and it's comedy, and I wouldn't say it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's good. It's funny. Like I think it's like a, you know, it's like a kind of like a Family Guy show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good. I think the Kaylee Cuoco and whoever plays Poison Ivy do a great job, and then they're like followed by like Clayface, Dr. Psycho, and King Shark, and it's like a goofy like entourage. It's
What was the dude's name from Elseworlds? Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate. No. Psycho Pirate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't bring him in at all.
I know.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. It's relevant. Yeah. As I say, we're kind of hitting our stride here.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to have anything to say? I feel like we've said a lot, but I think we both enjoyed the crossover.
Oh, yeah. Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm good.
All right. You know what? I got to pull up the outro because I don't know it. Because Trio always does it. So what else is on the DC Universe app? Just kidding, I have it up. That does it for us today. Thank you so much for watching live on twitch.tv/Delco Nerd Network. You can find us on YouTube as well as most podcast services. Just search Delco Nerd Network. You can drop us a review, 5 stars. That really helps us out. You can find us at Delco Nerds on Twitter and Instagram as well as Facebook. That all this info can be found at delconerdnetwork.com. For me, for Billy, thank you for watching, guys. Stay nerdy. We'll see you next time.